we will just use the GoPros. Alright, James here with 2 rods and bait, and wanted to do a little video. The fishing right now is very slow, just getting little 3-4 inch bluegills right now. So but recently I bought the Garmin Panoptix ice bundle, and the reason why I got that was because I felt like the ability for it to look underneath the water and to scan roughly about 100 feet in any direction looking for those schools of fish were going to save me time out here on the ice, instead of drilling hole and drilling hole and drilling hole, and getting to that spot where you know your lakes or whatever, but the fish are moving, and you want to be where the fish are. So I did purchase the Garmin ice bundle Panoptix here, and just wanted to give you guys a little I just kind of wanted to, if anybody else is thinking about buying one of these, like I said, I'm not associated with Garmin. I just did my own research. I like the product, and so I went ahead and bought it, and I'm trying it out. So the one thing I do like about this unit is that your traditional, like your Markhams and your Vexilars, your flashers, you're kind of just seeing like an up and down column, when your cone is there. And is the fish coming from a certain direction? Is it coming, it's, all you're seeing is like an up and down kind of a motion. But with the Garmin Panoptix, you'll see your lure go down, and you will see that fish come in from the left or to the right. It'll come up from underneath. It'll start to come, straight down it, like if it's at off to the side of you, and then it'll show it just swimming right into your lure. So, but first off, this is really the second time I've only had this thing out on the ice. So use it today. I was putting that lure right in front of those fish, and I was actually seeing some cool stuff. So, but first off, the first thing you have to do is, my ice bundle came with the transducer rod here. The transducer hooks onto the bottom, just with a simple like little screw there, and it's adjustable. You can either look straight down where it is right now, or you can turn it, and that's when you can get that more scan of away from the hole, from the bottom to the top of the ice, trying to see what's going on. So the one thing I will recommend, and let me see if I can get this in one shot here. So you have the transducer down here, and it's in the downward position right now. So as you attach it to your pole, you do want to orientate the deucer to the handle here, or if you want to, if you want your deucer to go off to the side, you just have to know that, if your handle's pointing this way and your deucer's pointing this way, then that's you just need to know that. Because when I first put this thing together, I didn't really pay attention to that. So we thought we were, scoping fish that were 30, 40 feet this direction, but in all sense the fish were over this direction. But since then I have orientated it so that my handle points forward. So anywhere I turn, which way I turn this, I know that that's the way my deucer down there is pointing. So right now we got it in the down view mode, and this is something that took me a minute. I got it home, I played with it, took it out of the box. I was trying to get the playing with the settings, just getting familiarized with the product here, and for some reason I couldn't get it to go into like forward view mode, and then I couldn't get it to go back into the downward mode when it wanted to. I put it in a bucket of water, but what I learned when I first got it out here yesterday is that the transducer, when it's in water, you calibrate it, and obviously it's sending that signal from the bottom back to it. It will automatically adjust itself when it's in the water. It has to be in the water. So that's just for reference. If if you're thinking about buying one, you get it home, you start playing with it, and for some reason you want to look in the front viewing mode compared to the down viewing mode, you just have to understand that it needs to be in the water for it to it'll automatically change itself. So with that, just give you a little breakdown of the screen here. Like I said, it is in the down viewing mode, so all of this is the bottom. Here's my cone angle, which depends on how deep of water you are. This is kind of like your traditional flashers. All these red marks, these are all fish relating to in here. But all these red dots in here, these are all fish that are down there, right below us. They could be 5 feet off to the side, 10 feet, 15 feet, 20. This looks like it's going up to like 25 feet in either direction. So if I turn, I'm going to turn the Panoptix here, the handle, and it kind of adjusts, the screen, because your cone angle is changing in reference to the cone that it's kind of shooting towards the bottom. So you can kind of, for the most part, the fish seem to stay, the ones that are right below you stay in the cone, but you can kind of pick up those ones that are just outside of the cone, because what I learned when I was reading the manual is the cone will kind of go out, and it depends on how deep of water you're in. You take that, and I think it's every 5 meters or something like that. So roughly, like to say if you're in 10 feet of water, your cone arc is going to be 15 feet in front, 15 feet in the back, and then you're kind of gonna have a narrower beam to the sides. So it's kind of like an oblong shaped cone. So just tweaking that a little bit, turning it when you're out on the ice, you can kind of catch those fish that are just outside of the cone to either side. So the settings are pretty standard here. Your main screen comes with all the fishing charts, all the Garmin technology as far as like compass and track points, and I haven't even got into all that stuff yet. You do have the option to run dual, and I was doing this earlier. You can run 2. I turned off the regular ice fishing transducer that it comes with. You can run that view with your Panoptix at the same time. So that I'm kind of curious. I want to explore that some more here in the future as I start to learn it and get used to this. So what I want to do here is, so right now I'm in, and it shows up in the corner, I'm in the downward view reference to my position. These are all fish. What I want to do now is I want to change it. I'm going to change it to the forward looking view, and we're going to see if we can locate some other schools of fish that are kind of like around us, close by to us. So I'll show you guys how to do that here. So all you have to do is you pull it out. You want to make sure your cord is up towards the top. So I turned it. This is actually the front, and it has a little arrow that says points up. And then all you got to do is put it back down. You put it back down in the water. Give it a second. Just give it a second to kind of like orientate itself here. Just like with technology. So it goes back to the main screen. What that means is that it's already kind of switched itself. So here we are. Now we're looking in a forward view. We're kind of looking down our hole, and we're looking this way. This is all the bottom, so I can see that in let's see, which way is my dude? Yeah. So I got my handle orientated so that my deucer points the direction that this points. So technically, right behind me, there is kind of like a ridge. We're in the deep part, and then it kind of slopes up right behind us. So we're gonna work two cameras here. So with that, I'm gonna try to do this. I'm gonna turn this just to show you guys. So there's a school about 80 feet out to the, this direction, off to my left. More fish. It automatically adjusts itself. So there's the bottom. So right out in front of me, it kind of slopes up. We're in like 30 to some feet of water right here, and it looks like it goes up to 25. We do have some fish running around up here at the top. So as you keep turning it, we got a couple good marks here. And like I said, those marks, this fish is about 40 feet that direction, in that direction from me, just out in front of us, about 40 feet. You can zoom in. So now I made the spread only 50 feet. You can kind of narrow it down a little bit. So yep, you just keep turning, looking for those schools. This is a school of fish, 40 to 50 feet off to my front right. We still have fish within 10 feet of us. So as we continue to turn, the bottom changes. There's some more fish over in this direction, about 50 feet out from where we're at. So yes, very cool tool. I'm gonna get it back here. Very, very cool tool to locate. Let me find my spot here. So very, very, very cool. Very cool tool to locate those schools of fish fairly quickly. All you have to do is punch one hole, scan it within 100 feet. You can scan within 100 feet of that hole that you just drilled, and you can get yourself right on those fish really quickly. So within this, this hole right here, where this is right behind me, they're anywhere from 0 to, I'd say, about 40 or 50, 60 feet. There's just fish everywhere here. What I'm finding out here is I've never fished. This is only my second time fishing this little pond, or it's like a gravel quarry that was turned into a local fishing hole. Just a bunch of little bluegills, 3-4 inches. There's supposed to be trout in here. Haven't really seen any trout yet. Haven't caught any. So back to the Garmin Panoptix. Like I said, stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel. I'll try to keep putting more videos out there of this thing actually in action, catching those fish, because it is kind of cool to see your lure go down, and you'll have 3 or 4 fish kind of zoom in on it, but you can pick out, you can kind of play with them, and you can pick which fish you want to target, and it's just phenomenal when you have those fish that close together. So yeah, I'm satisfied with it so far. It does all the features of it's a regular flasher. It has all different kinds of sonar options. So it's kind of like a Vexilar, Markham, Garmin all in one, because you get the Panoptix, You can do just a traditional sonar like the Markhams do, and you can also do just a regular traditional flasher setting, where if you like the circle. Yeah, this thing is, I mean, this thing is very impressive. So, except for the price, you know. But like with all technology, new technology, and I wouldn't say this is new, but it's new to me. But it's what you're willing to pay for it. So, I wish the price was a little lower, but I'm a gadget tech guy. I just I'd rather have a good quality product than, you know, just something that just gets the job done. So so I'm having fun. I'm taking it out Saturday out to the Mississippi River. Never been fishing out there, ice fishing out there at all. So I'm gonna put this thing to the test, and hopefully we catch some good perch and all kinds of you know, stuff out there. So stay tuned. Like I said, hit the like button. Not really any fish to show today. We just some smalls. So just stay tuned, and we will show you some more on the Garmin Panoptix.